Welcome to the Hydrogen Fuel Cell and Battery Group exhibit here in the Hannover Fair. We've heard a lot of interesting interviews right now, and the next one is for me the most interesting. We're talking about sustainability. We have here on stage one of the companies with a long history in hydrogen and fuel cell. It's Proton OnSite. In scaling PEM electrolysis for energy storage market, please give me an applause for the Vice President of Electrochemical Technology, Mr. Everett Anderson. Mr. Anderson.
Thank you very much.
Just take a seat, please. So as I said, and as you know, your company is one of the most experienced companies here, not only in the Hannover Fair, but in hydrogen and fuel cell. You produce a lot of material in this direction. You got a very, very long-lasting overview. So different to young companies, they're now growing up. A lot of young companies taking fields in the market. Where do you see your company now, if you compare it with the, I would say, new market situation? Is there still a robust and solid, reliable situation for you?
Yes, well, certainly there is a lot of companies starting up in this space. I think certainly there's, if you can believe the opportunities in energy storage, there's plenty of room for multiple companies providing electrolysis solutions. So we certainly encourage them in their pursuit of commercial viability. I think what differentiates us in the market is that you're right, we have been around since 1996. We're the most established company in PEM electrolysis
So how
worldwide.
did you get the idea to get those incredible development that far away?
Well,
so
the company was founded out of a larger United Technologies company, which had been providing electrolysis technology for the Navy, for aerospace applications for a number of years. And our roots, actually one of our founders dates all the way back to General Electric, where the technology was actually founded. So we have a long pedigree with the technology, and the founders basically had the foresight to say that they thought they could make a commercial business out of electrolyzers for industrial application, which is how we were founded. But even from the beginning, the business plan had been looking towards the energy applications of hydrogen as the long-term play and as the big win, if you will, for that. So we've certainly been biding our time. The commercial plan has been to establish ourselves as a sustainable business in industrial hydrogen markets today, grow that business, hone our manufacturing expertise, and then allow us to have a solid platform to then launch into the energy markets. And we really see that happening now with the advent of areas in mobility and in energy storage. We think we have a great product platform that can be applied to these energy applications.
So this kind of platform, what kind of products could you develop out of this? Can you tell us a little bit about the products you lead right now?
Certainly. So as I said, we have a suite of products today in the marketplace for hydrogen generation. We also produce products for nitrogen generation and purified air in our laboratory market. But the hydrogen generation, we go from benchtop to large scale at this point. We have a 30 normal meter per hour unit that we sell today commercially, again, mostly for industrial applications, although it's been the basis of some fueling station work that we've done most recently.
You scaled up a lot.
So we've already scaled, over an order of magnitude, and we see us moving another order of magnitude as we develop now a megawatt scale product for the energy storage market. So that product development effort is currently underway, and we expect to have market entry of a multi-megawatt PEM product in the first half of 2015.
2015, that means?
Next year, yeah.
Right. Oh, well, I like to have a short overview about different kind of ongoing, not only projects but ideas which you developed or which your company developed. I just want to say, what's about power to biogas?
Certainly. So power to gas and more generally renewable energy storage we think is very attractive. One of the three main markets that we're looking at for our megawatt electrolyzer product. The other, the main one is in mobility, but certainly power to gas, power to biogas is very exciting for us. We think.
Why directly biogas? Gas, okay. Yeah. The specialization on biogas.
Well,
is there,
I mean, I think certainly, creating hydrogen from renewables. One play is to inject directly into the natural gas grid. There are reportedly some concerns about the limitations of the concentration of hydrogen into that grid. Worries about issues with pocket concentrations. So an alternative certainly is to look at upgrading of biogas through the additional injection of hydrogen into that methanization process. It does further CO2 capture, capturing the waste CO2 from that methanization process. Creates a higher grade methane, higher concentration, and you don't have the issues in terms of integrating that into the natural gas pipeline that you would with hydrogen. So we think that is very interesting. We've done our first demonstration project here in Germany in a microbial biogas upgrading application, and we see more of that to come.
Coming soon, so
Coming
to
soon,
say.
yeah.
This is an interactive forum. If you got an idea about a question, everybody here in the audience can raise up their hand. I get the microphone to you, and you can post the question directly. So if you're interested to put up a question, just raise up your hand. I just don't see any hands right now. You can do that. Well, you announce it. Renewable energy storing. So biogas is just one part. Renewable energy storing. It's a vast field. So what do you see in the region beneath biogas? What is else to do? Or what are you doing right now with that?
Well, again, I mean, as I mentioned before, the megawatt product development that we're pursuing now is specifically tailored to that large-scale energy storage, seasonal energy storage that is a coming need, especially as penetration of renewables onto the grid becomes a greater and greater percentage of the overall electricity supply. Certainly, we've seen evidence of that already in Germany with periods of negative pricing, and as the nuclear is shut down, as those things progress and the penetration of renewables goes up higher and higher, obviously that need will be greatly increased. Again, the other thing is that the worry of needing to build new transmission or needing to build pipelines in order to create the supply where the demand is also a problem. Again, being able to convert to hydrogen as an alternative to adding transmission is certainly, I think, an attractive solution. Certainly, I know in the U.S. The pushback to putting any new transmission in terms of any local neighborhoods or that type of thing are pretty much against it. So it's a difficult fight from a regulatory perspective. And so therefore, hydrogen could be a very viable alternative to that as well.
So you named also the infrastructure problems.
Yes.
With the infrastructure problems, what do you think? Is there a political possibility to push something in this direction? Or is it more the industrial way that there are a lot of companies who could do it but don't do?
Yeah, certainly there's been a lot of talk about the business case for renewable hydrogen generation and for energy storage. I think there's a lot of work that's still to be done in order to analyze that business case. Unfortunately, it's not a simple case. The advantages of PEM electrolysis in terms of not only providing bulk energy storage, but also providing ancillary services to the grid, frequency regulation, voltage response, are key features of, essentially you have a device that can operate with battery characteristics, but it can also operate with large-scale energy storage characteristics. That makes things great from a product offering perspective, but it makes it complicated from a business case perspective because you now have to line up all of these different value streams in order to collectively get all the value that you need out of that. And that can be a complicated story to sell to an end customer. So we're still, I think the technology and the products are probably ahead of the business modeling, if you will, in order to make this fully realizable. But I think the flexibility of the PEM electrolysis product in being able to do that also gives the opportunity for capturing all those value streams as well.
Well, that sounds a little bit more promising than several things I heard before. I got also another word, it's hydrogen filling. It just fits into this context.
Absolutely. I mean, you make a high quality, high purity hydrogen from electrolysis. You'd like to get the highest value for that hydrogen, and using it as a transportation fuel offers you the opportunity to get that highest value, more so than, I'd say, diluting its concentration back into a natural gas stream. So as the rollout of hydrogen vehicles becomes closer to reality, certainly the automotive OEMs have been very vocal about moving out with their vehicles in the 2015 to 2017 timeframe. Certainly Germany has been very proactive and out ahead in terms of announcing station rollouts and such. So I think we see really a great synergy between the needs in energy storage and the needs in transportation, clean transportation moving forward. We have a lot of experience in fueling stations. Our equipment's been in over 30 stations around the world. So we have our own station at our facility in Connecticut in the U.S.
What kind of experience did you collect with this with your station? 40 stations is a lot.
The station has been in operation now for 3 years. We've had a great collaborative program with Toyota. We're up to 12 Toyota hydrogen fuel cell vehicles based out of our station, the largest, I think the largest single fleet of Toyota vehicles in the world at this point. And we've gotten a lot of great operational experience, both in what the cars can do and then also what the fueling station can do. So obviously providing the hydrogen generation part of that is one component, but certainly understanding the compression, storage, and dispensing, where that technology is, where it needs to be, is also an important aspect of this program as well.
So this leads us directly to the future view. To see for your product, there is a development which we can say nearby to sell it every day in a huge amount. But there's still something to do, or a lot of things to do, like in every company. Don't stop developing, right? So the product improvement on the one side, on the other side, lowering the cost to get it onto rentabilities. What is the state and where will it be?
Well, certainly today we're still making things by hand based on the volumes that we have. And we'd certainly like to see the volumes go up in order for us to justify investing in automation and more advanced manufacturing processes. And we see that coming, again, with the development of this megawatt class equipment for energy storage. Our experience is we make smaller PEM units up to now about a 200 kilowatt size unit, and we make a lot of them today. So we know how to do that pretty well again, in batch type of productions. We have a capacity of well over a megawatt of electrolyzer annually production, but we certainly have to grow beyond that in order to service this burgeoning market. So we're looking at, through partnerships with other industrial companies, with research labs, with universities, we're looking at where the best and the brightest technology is out there in order to invest, not only from a science perspective, but also trying to translate that to the manufacturing floor. And so we think that adding automation at a prudent time will help us drive down costs even further, again, to match what's needed in the energy application market for hydrogen. So we're very optimistic we can meet those price performance goals, and just really excited about the opportunity to do that.
Now that's all. It sounds also like you are looking, for example, not only for the industrial part, also for distribution partnership. Is this right?
Absolutely. I mean, today we have a pretty broad sales and distribution network. We do that both with an internal sales force and with partners for specific target markets. So for a laboratory market, we have a different provider than potentially for a generator cooling market in the electric utility industry, and we would see that would be the same thing as we open up these energy markets as well. We're also very actively looking to see how we move our business forward in Germany specifically. Obviously, it's a big potential market in energy storage, and looking to understand the best way to partner and potentially move, have a satellite manufacturing facility and that type of stuff here as well.
This is what I wanted to. So, Mr. Anderson, it was very fine talking to you. You're here directly at booth 70,
right around the corner,
C70,
yeah.
just around the corner. You can hear every kind of discussion here.
Yes.
If someone wants to visit him directly here after this talk, it's just around here on the left side, or from your point of view on the right side. So, thank you very much, Mr. Anderson.
Thank you very much, Alexander.